Hello and welcome back to Ironman's Whimsy. It is Throwback Thursday again, and I have pulled Love of Leaves off my retired shelf to make this really pretty fall card. Super simple, no special techniques required. I used some gold ribbon and I used one of the Stylish Shapes banner dies to cut out the hello. Really great card. It could be a birthday card, it could be a get well card, it could be a thinking of you card. Super simple to do. So I've got a piece of card, and it is 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. Sorry, yes, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. My apologies. So 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And when I'm finished stamping it, I will fold it in half. This one I just did the front, but I thought this was a perfect time. If you wanted to take a full 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper, you absolutely could. And you could make your own designer series paper. You can make it into 4 card fronts and just attach it to a card, or you can make 2 cards. I'm going to start with the Cajun Craze, and I'm just going to randomly stamp leaves in different directions, kind of all over the card. And we go, maybe one more down the bottom like that, and potentially another one at the top right here. I don't know if you can see the line on the stamp, but if you stamp off the edge of a card, you need to re-ink before you stamp again, or you will get a shadow. And I'll show you. The shadow will look like that because you've already stamped part of the ink away. So you want to make sure you're re-inking before you go back onto your card. Really important if you're doing first and second values. So let's come in here with some of these nice pumpkin pie leaves like this. We're leaving room for the smaller leaves, which I've done in crushed curry. So, and again, you can do this in any colorway you like. I played with the idea of using the cherry cobbler on this, but I found it quite stark. I think it really stood out. It wasn't as subtle as these other colors, so I opted not to use it on this one. And there we go. So the nice thing about doing this is you put in as much color as you think you need, and then you finish off with your last color, in this case the crushed curry and the smaller leaf. Let's just make sure I'm still in frame here. And you can always go back in and add more color. I am coloring this way more, I'm putting a lot more color on this card than I put on the sample. The sample card actually was a happy accident. I was going to ink it up and then stamp my, I was going to stamp all the leaves, and then I was going to come in and stamp over it with Versamark and just do clear heat embossing on it, and then come in and do some brushing over top to add some background color. And in the end, I decided that I really liked what I'd got so far, and I stopped where I was. So that's probably enough ink on here now. So I am just going to, because this is the basic white paper, I can fold it. I don't have to score it before I fold it, and I'll still get a nice clean edge. So I'm just going to fold it over, line it up, and then I'm going to use a hard edge. You can use the edge of a block like this. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use the edge of your block to do that. It works just as well. And there we have the front of the card. Because this is kind of directional, you couldn't use this side, but I wanted also to show the difference between lots of inking up and only a little bit of inking up, and then you can make your own decision about which you prefer. So as I said, I've got this little piece of gold ribbon I'm going to put across the card here. Make sure that's straight, and it is. And as I say, I've stamped the hello. I used the Cajun Craze for the hello, all part of this set. And then I'm just going to pop this down like that. Am I straight? I am, just a little bit high there. So we'll pop that down. And there we have a really, really pretty card for fall using the Love of Leaves Retired set. And you can ink it up as little or as much as you like. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll create together again soon.